Most of the time we associate intimacy with sex because being intimate is often seen as being close to someone. However, intimacy can take on other forms that do not necessitate sex or physical touch, such as emotional, intellectual, experiential, and spiritual intimacy. These types of intimacy are just as crucial to a relationship as the physical aspect. Though all forms of intimacy can foster healthy relationships, you or your partner may at times find yourselves shying away from or struggling to achieve the level of closeness you desire. This could be because one or both of you is anxious about opening up and sharing your insecurities. If you relate to this, then you might be interested in knowing why it happens. In today's session with ThinksFree, we shall be discussing the 8 major reasons why people avoid being intimate with their partners. To start us off is the fear of abandonment. This can be a significant obstacle for those with an insecure attachment style when trying to form intimate connections. Psychotherapist Shaman Allen warns that this fear can prevent individuals from developing deep emotional bonds with a partner. Additionally, holistic psychologist Nicole Lapin suggests that an insecure attachment style may lead to anxiety about whether one's own needs and desires can be met, causing expectations of being hurt or abandoned by the other person. This attachment style typically develops in childhood and can persist into adulthood, often resulting in similar behavior patterns. For example, a clingy child may continue to exhibit clinginess in romantic relationships later in life, or an individual who learns that they cannot rely on their caregiver may struggle to rely on a partner as an adult. If unresolved, these attachment issues can hinder the formation of healthy relationships and prevent individuals from experiencing the full range of intimacy and connection that is possible. That brings us to the second reason, which is dealing with fears of rejection and involvement. This could indicate your worry about losing control, being dominated, or losing your identity once you get into a relationship. Psychologist Dr. Margaret Paul, who is a co-founder of Inner Bonding, explains that most people have deep-seated untrue beliefs that can trigger these fears, leading to controlling, protective, and avoidant behavior in relationships. These beliefs might vary from feeling inadequate for your partner to believing that you must sacrifice a part of yourself to make your relationship work. The key to overcoming these fears is open communication, where you're receptive to understanding both your and your partner's fears and underlying misconceptions. This process can help your relationship evolve and grow over time, which is a positive outcome. Reason number 3. Disorganized attachment style. Yes, it's true that individuals with disorganized attachment styles tend to crave intimacy and avoid it at the same time. This is because they have developed a fear of their caregiver due to inconsistent or unpredictable behavior, which can lead to confusion and anxiety about seeking or accepting emotional closeness. As a result, they may exhibit poor coping skills and erratic behavior, and have difficulties forming stable and healthy relationships. Regarding separation and overdependence, it's possible that a close relationship with one's parents can impact the quality of their romantic relationship. During the separation individuation phase, individuals develop a sense of their own identity and autonomy apart from their parents. However, if this process is hindered by overdependence on parents or a lack of differentiation, it can affect one's ability to form healthy and independent relationships in adolescence and adulthood. Therefore, it's important for individuals to establish a healthy balance of closeness and autonomy with their parents as they navigate through different phases of development. Number 4. Childhood sexual abuse. This is a traumatic experience that can have long-lasting effects on survivors. As defined by therapist Wendy Marston, it involves one person dominating and exploiting another through sexual activity or suggestion. The effects of childhood sexual abuse can manifest in a variety of ways, including difficulties with trust, fear of intimacy, fear of being different, and challenges in establishing interpersonal boundaries and relationships. It's important for survivors to seek support and resources to help cope with these traumas. This may include therapy, which can provide a safe and supportive environment for survivors to process their experiences and develop strategies for healing and recovery. Communication is also key in navigating the effects of childhood sexual abuse in a relationship. Keeping the lines of communication open with a partner can help build trust and create a safe space for survivors to share their experiences and feelings. Partners can also be supportive by educating themselves about the effects of childhood sexual abuse and working together to establish healthy boundaries and communication practices. Number 5. Parental neglect. Parental neglect can have a profound impact on a child's development, particularly on their attachment style and relationships later in life. Children who grow up with unavailable or inconsistent caregivers may develop avoidant or anxious attachment styles. Avoidant individuals tend to avoid intimacy and emotional closeness, while anxious individuals may crave intimacy but feel insecure in their relationships. Research has shown that parental neglect can even lead to sexual difficulties in adulthood. One study published in the International Journal of Sexual Health found that individuals with unavailable parents were more likely to experience sexual problems such as difficulty achieving orgasm, low sexual desire, and sexual pain. It's important to note that not all individuals who experience parental neglect will develop attachment issues or sexual difficulties. However, it's important for parents and caregivers to provide consistent, loving care to help children develop healthy attachment styles and relationships. This next point is a little bit sensitive and controversial. It's about religious beliefs. Religious beliefs can have a significant impact on an individual's personal life, including their relationships and intimacy. Many people grow up with religious and spiritual teachings that emphasize abstinence, chastity, and the avoidance of sexual acts outside of marriage. These teachings can instill a deep sense of shame and guilt around sexuality, making it difficult for individuals to explore their sexual desires and develop healthy intimate relationships as adults. It's essential to recognize that religious beliefs are deeply personal and can vary significantly from person to person. While some people may choose to embrace their religious teachings and follow them strictly, others may find that they no longer align with their beliefs as they grow and mature. It's crucial to respect each individual's religious journey and allow them to make their own decisions about how they want to live their lives. If you find that your religious beliefs are causing you to struggle with intimacy or relationships, it may be helpful to seek support from a therapist or counselor who can help you work through these issues. It's also essential to remember that it's okay to question your beliefs and explore different perspectives. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide how you want to live your life and what values and beliefs you want to uphold. And finally, it could be that you're suffering from avoidant personality disorder. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, indicates that avoidant personality disorder is characterized by a severe aversion to social interactions, primarily due to the fear of rejection and feelings of interpersonal incompetence. It is possible that many individuals can relate to these sentiments, as suggested by psychologist Maria Andreadis. This disorder appears to result from a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Research has indicated that avoidant personality disorder is positively linked to neuroticism and negatively associated with extroversion. This implies that those who suffer from this disorder may be more inclined to feel anxious and fearful and, understandably, may be introverted and reserved and therefore avoid situations that may require deeper levels of intimacy. As we wrap up this session today, it's important to understand that a fear of intimacy could be due to anxiety caused by a variety of reasons as we have discussed. It is not your fault or your partner's. The fear could also lead to depression because as human beings, we're emotionally and psychologically wired for social connection and closeness. Have you experienced any of the issues we've talked about today? Let me know in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and join the ever-growing community of free thinkers. Thanks so much for watching and see you in our next session.